23 of the motion.
There's, we have a valid income withholding order out to Social Security Administration. Payments are being received from that source. We have attempted to garnish from the Veterans Administration. Those attempts have not been successful. There have been attempts by the Office of Child Support, the FIDM team, to initiate seizure of bank accounts. I'll otherwise defer to Ms. Catalyz's promotion.
Okay, so bottom line, the state, in your opinion, they try to do everything they can to get some proceeds from father.
We can. Unfortunately, there's often an issue with Veterans Administration benefits, and that they're a federal agency and they don't consider those benefits to be attachable, meaning that we can't garnish them. We have attempted to do so. Ms. Kettle did reach out to our office previously, provided all the information she had on where to send those income withholdings. We did attempt to follow through on that, but we were not able to obtain payments from that source. I believe that the best course of action would be for, if it's an issue with remembering to make monthly payments for the balance that's due, perhaps Mr. Gabuszewski would benefit from reaching out to the state disbursement unit to get payment coupons. They'll send a booklet, similar to how some banks run loans where you have a monthly coupon that you send in with your payments.
Which would make sense. But I read the motion, Ms. Schultz, and mother's even asking for liens on vehicles, houses, motorcycles, anything like
And
that.
the court can take testimony as to whether or not any of those assets exist.
And the court could.
The court can order it. As it relates to homes and vehicles, it's not a remedy that we often utilize, but it is an option that is out there.
Yes, your motion, go ahead.
Yeah, we were here a year ago, exactly. It would have been February of last year. We called Joshua right on the spot, told him, hey, you won't need an extra payment when we have court. You asked him why. He said he finally got everything in place and he's going to be making them from there on out. A year later, he has not paid a penny more than that February payment. This is 3 years added up, 2 rearages. He's well aware of how to pay them. He's been through with Mitch Holdick. He's not had talked with him, figured out the app, couldn't figure out the app. There's always something, but he's never held accountable for not doing it, which is why I'm coming to you guys. Like, he knows he has to do it. And I'm just hoping at some point that he's held accountable, that he needs to be taking care of making these payments.
Makes sense. Mr. Gabuszewski, do you have any comment regarding this?
Actually, Your Honor, I didn't even know we had a court date today. It was mailed to the wrong address. I just found out this morning at 10:45 about, and I didn't want to skip the court date, so I wanted to. They told me to show up on Zoom and explain that there was no notification, rather. And that the person that received the letter actually mailed it back, return to sender. So this is, I didn't even know that we were having a meeting today, Your Honor.
So you moved recently?
In July of 2023, this last year, yes. I secured a permanent residence after being homeless for a number of months and a couple years, bouncing from friends' houses to friends' houses to be able to visit my kids.
So bottom line, you have a residence now, correct?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
Okay. When did you notify the friend of the court of your change of address?
That same month, I sent Mr. Holdwick an email. I do have a copy of that as well.
They send it with the interest they have and the interest of the other side.
And there's no address. Please.
But they used the last one that was on our system, and so they don't know any other address.
What's the last address in our system? This is 26716. Friend of the court had the address.
I have an address change as of July 21st, 2023.
They have 4064 North Van Dyke from.
A North Van Dyke Road Fillion address.
That's my mother's, Your Honor. I changed it with friend of the court the same month that I got a house.
They don't, the court can't share.
Friend of the court can't share your new address with the county clerk, so the county clerk is going to send it to the last known address in the register of actions, which would be the North Van Dyke Fillion Road address.
Right. I just learned that this morning when I called the friend of the court office. They transferred me to the clerk. They said that they didn't communicate back and forth. Two different entities, I guess. So that would be my mistake, Your Honor. But I just learned that. But I did.
The friend of the court can't share that address with the clerk's office. That's information that I can't even look at. So,
Your Honor, can I clarify that? If a party gives us permission, we will share that address, but they have to specifically give us permission to share it. That's it.
okay, fair enough. So absent any permission, the clerk's office would have no idea. But regardless of that, you are here, Mr. Babashevsky. What payments have you made since our last hearing?
Just what was garnished. I had a case in Tuscola County I had to get representation for that just got dismissed. And I've been paying those legal fees on that consistently, trying to get things done. I got the permanent resident.
Legal fees to who?
To Garski and Hewitt.
You hired an attorney?
Yes, sir.
How are you able to hire an attorney if you don't have sufficient income to pay your child support?
I had to make monthly payments on that, Your Honor.
I see. So why are you making monthly payments on your support obligation then too?
With what my mortgage costs and
It doesn't count. So you purchased a home?
yes, Your Honor, I got a VA home loan.
Wonderful.
That way I was able to actually have a permanent residence on record. Something that,
Okay, did you have to put any money down for the purchase of the home?
no, Your Honor.
No down payment at all?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Do you own any vehicles?
I only have my daily driver. I own a pickup truck. That's it.
Year, make, and model?
It's a 2009 Chevrolet Silverado.
Can you give me a ballpark value of the home that you're living in?
Roughly about 140, 150-ish, Your Honor.
Okay. Is there any equity in the home?
Meaning what, Your Honor?
That you have basically money, if you had to sell it, let's just say you sold it tomorrow for $140,000. If you had equity in the home, if let's say you paid $80,000 paid on it, that would be equity into the home that you've already paid. Is there equity in the home?
Probably $6,000 so far in payments.
Oh, just payments, okay. Do you own any motorcycles?
I do not, Your Honor.
ATVs?
No, Your Honor.
What do you do for a living, sir?
I'm a disabled veteran.
Okay.
I'm non-employable. I'm not allowed to work. I have a brain injury and some other severe injuries from service that are keeping me from being able to be employed.
I'm going to inquire of Ms. Schultz, is there, in light of the request of the plaintiff in this case, is this something that plaintiff can set up a creditor's exam? It's unique,
We've never had a creditor's exam on a friend of the court matter, so.
but it'd be a creditor's exam
Correct.
by the plaintiff.
Correct, but it would have to be over this court because it's a support obligation for this.
Right. I'm just trying to be creative here. And we can't touch the VA.
We
tried.
We attempted to garnish him we were not able to do so. And because of how they view disability benefits from a federal entity, our state garnishment order, they don't have to honor, they don't wish. We have a valid mechanism in their social security benefits, but the balance that's due each month is Mr. Davishevsky's responsibility to make those payments.
Correct. So what are the house payments, sir?
Well, it's $1,258.
What is the monthly support obligation, Michelle?
$1,489.
Your Honor,
Yes.
we were getting that reevaluated, and I have not yet seen the new reevaluation sheet, so that, I don't know if that number has changed recently, or is it still off the old numbers?
Those are the prior, that's the prior
The
order.
prior ones, so there should be new ones coming out at some point soon. Because we just reevaluated it, because his income did significantly increase.
That request was received on January 4th from Ms. Kettle. That review remains pending. It will go retroactive.
Okay, so it goes retroactive.
Okay.
So
I have a hard time, Your Honor, because he is taking care of another woman's children, but not his own. And I have a big issue with that.
okay,
Your
so
children should come first.
I don't disagree, but can you give me anything to indicate what he may have in assets or anything that the court can attach to?
I know a house and a vehicle at this point. I also know you can suspend driver's licenses. Midland County has done that for non-payment of child support. I know there's things we can do, and nothing has been done in 3 years, and he's consistently not paying. And this is, like I said, this isn't the first time we're visiting this issue. We've visited it several times prior.
Your Honor, I will say that it is, well, I'm well aware that we can suspend a driver's license when a parent has court-ordered parenting time. My preference is not to suspend a license because they're going to be transported.
His wife could pick up the children though. I mean, something at some point he needs to be held accountable. We can't just continue to
The other thing to hold him accountable would be potentially a felony charge.
agree.
But that's not my department. I'm not asking for it, nor am I saying it shouldn't be done. I'm staying out of it, but, and I'm assuming, well, so you're homeless, and then you're able to get a VA loan.
Your Honor.
Excuse me, I'm asking this gentleman a question. You're homeless initially, as you stated, but you get a VA loan and you're making payments of $1,258 a month, correct?
Yes, Your Honor. I was able to obtain a VA home loan.
Okay, and I'm assuming the monthly payments that you're making would be the only income you receive, the VA benefits.
Yes, Your Honor, that is correct.
So why, prior to the home purchase, weren't you paying support?
Prior to that, I was paying my friends to be able to use their electricity and stay at their house and use the groceries. I had expenses that I had to pay out of that, and unfortunately, I was not in a position to bargain, if you will.
Groceries and all that, $1,258? It's a lot.
Yeah, it is a lot. They charged me quite a bit to be able to stay with them. Their portion of their rent, the portion of their electricity, portion of the groceries, to use the car. I had no vehicle at that point. And then I had finally got my older car that I had on the road, and then that broke down. So I had quite a few issues that I was running into, Your Honor.
Your Honor.
Go ahead.
He is staying with girlfriends. He's never been at a friend's house, and all of those girlfriends have been willing to testify. If you would like to push this out, and I can bring them all in here. He was living with them, taking care of the girlfriend and their children until this girlfriend. I mean, if you need a proof that he was not homeless, he was living with a girlfriend and their children, I could bring them in here.
If you wish to do that, that's up to you. I'll grant your request if that's what you're requesting.
Would that help your decision?
I don't know if it'll help my decision or not. All I know is there's a support obligation. He's not paying,
Right.
but yet he can find a way to get a VA loan and pay more a month or pay slightly less per month than what he should be paying for support.
Mhm.
Is that what you'd like to do?
No, we can proceed with today, that's fine.
Okay. You want to ask him any questions regarding what he has?
Yeah.
First question, go ahead. He's under oath.
Joshua, you have any tattoo equipment in your house?
No, I don't have any tattoo equipment in my house.
Is it fair to say that you have tattooed people that we both mutually know and have gotten cash from that within the last 3 years?
Within the last 3 years, I don't believe so, no.
So if I were to bring Clayton or Keaton or any of the boys in here to testify, none of them would have a tattoo on their body from you that they paid cash for?
No.
What about any home crafting supplies? Such as t-shirts, hat making equipment, t-shirt press that you're making items and selling for online under Green Line Industries or something very similar?
No, I don't have any equipment that belongs to myself and Green Line, no.
Okay, have you in the last 3 years had a company under Green Line selling personally made items, receiving cash for them?
I received money making craft items, yes. And those monies had went to our child's Christmas and their clothes.
I didn't
And,
ask that, Owner.
I understand.
well, I'm telling you the truth. You asked the question, I'm just trying to give an answer. That's all I'm doing here.
So you are claiming you have not done tattoos or crafts and sold them for money since you have left.
Correct.
You're claiming that you were homeless, not living with Allie, Carissa, Alex, Christy, or now the new wife. So the last 3 years you've been homeless, staying at guy friends' houses, not girlfriends' houses?
I had never said that there were guy friends' houses, and I was expected every place I lived to pay the portion of the bills there. Every single time.
How much
And yes, I
money would
was
you say?
homeless.
How much money would you say you spend a month on your girlfriend's children?
I have no idea. I take care of necessities in this
figure.
home. I can't give you a ballpark figure.
Would you say
I
it's
can tell you-
$500?
I pay bills. I take care of all the kids equally. I cannot give you a number, honestly.
So is it equal in the amount that you're paying your child support?
My finances is the court's business, I do believe. I don't believe I need to share my finances with you, but with the judge, absolutely.
I'll ask that question then. Answer it, please.
I don't think it equals up to the amount, no.
So just to clarify that you are not spending more than $400 a month to provide for somebody else's children.
It doesn't, I don't know what you're asking. I mean, that entails electric, gas, propane. Yeah, that would be well over $500. It's
Right,
necessary. It's necessary to live. You have to have heat. You have to have a house. You have to have food. You have to have bare necessities to live. It's just common sense.
Would it be fair to say your children need that as well?
Absolutely. I don't have them,
All right,
but every
thank you.
second, fourth weekend of the month. So how do you expect me to equivalent that when I only see them every second and fourth weekend of the month? And when I ask to talk to them,
The support obligation is a support obligation. That's what it comes down to. Are you requesting that this hearing be continued so you can bring forth further information to the court? Or do you wish the court?
I don't want to push it out. We can go ahead and go
Okay.
with today.
So I have to ask Ms. Schultz, is there any possible show causes regarding failure to pay support that have been done recently? Because I thought I heard testimony that he takes care of his other children, but not children in question.
The other children were not his biological children.
Right.
Okay, okay.
The most recent show cause that I'm seeing was held July 26th of 2022. And there was an additional payment that was received at that time.
Is there any reason why there weren't any subsequent show causes?
We are required to do contempt screenings, Your Honor, as part of the process for scheduling show causes. I don't personally handle that. I can follow up with staff. I know when we are aware that there is a disability situation, it can impact how that screening results.
Understand. Anything else?
No, I feel like he should have to take care of his children the same way I do. I can't take care of them 30% of the time and not expect somebody knocking on my door telling me, hey, you can't only take care of them 30% of the time. I feel like it's been for years, he should, time to join the party.
Okay. Court is going to reserve ruling on this, and court sua sponte is going to schedule a show cause hearing for the defendant to explain why he is not making his monthly monetary obligations. You may attend the hearing as well. You'll be provided notice of the show cause hearing, and we will address it at that time, because then we'll have a better understanding as to where allegedly this money may be going. Will, Mr. Babashevsky, will you give the friend of the court permission to provide your address to them so you get pleadings that you need to get?
Absolutely, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you.
Your Honor, I mean, as it relates to the show cause, you would like the front of the court office to schedule that for a civil motion day?
Yes, but I want to
Or would you
make
prefer us to use our Wednesday docket when the court's available before that?
this is going to take a little time, I'm afraid.
Wednesday.
Let's do the Wednesday.
Yeah.
So it continues.
Okay.
We're going to address it.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. That'll be all. Thank you, everyone. Off the record.